Before cancer, I was a pretty normal 13-year-old. I enjoyed singing, I just started rock climbing, I was enjoying school, and I had a pretty normal life, honestly. I was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and the first thing I thought, like so many other people, was, am I gonna die? And then after that, it was, what does this mean? I'd seen cancer in shows and films, but I had no clue what to expect. I was going into it completely blind, and that was terrifying.
When I first was told that Rosa had cancer, it just doesn't feel real. It still doesn't feel real. It was a complete shock. I thought she maybe had a kidney infection, and to be told she had stage 4 cancer was just, yeah, unbelievable. I felt like a really bad mother that I hadn't noticed this before, that we'd got to this point. And then it was just fear and survival were the kind of two things that kicked in.
When you get diagnosed with cancer, your whole world changes, and what used to be normal is now completely new. There's a completely new normal, but it makes it really difficult to have friendships with people who don't understand that world. I was able to have a normal with Love Oliver and with the community in Love Oliver because they all know cancer and they understand cancer, and I could have a conversation about something. It didn't have to be cancer, but I wouldn't be worried about if they were having a double take at a feeding tube, or they understood that I need to sit down and things.
It's sometimes hard when you're new in it to talk to other people and share stories and compare notes, but with Love Oliver it was this just sort of safe space where they've seen everything. They've seen all the treatments, they've seen all the all the children, and so nothing you say is new to them, and that was just invaluable. And you know, they would just be there and give you a hug, make you a cup of tea. They pop into the ward once a week in a way that's just really helpful and supportive, and yeah, it was so wonderful having them there.
The hub being so close to the hospital makes such a difference because I often wasn't allowed to leave the hospital, but I was allowed to go to the hub. It's not a depressing place, it's not sterile like a hospital, and you're not constantly reminded of cancer. It's colourful and it's fun. And when I think of Love Oliver, I think of all the happy memories and the friends and people I've met. And it's just such a positive place, and it has so many positive memories attached to it. And we have, at the teen nights and just anywhere in Love Oliver, we have like serious and emotional conversations about cancer, but there's also light-hearted and fun and silly conversations and things that we do as well.
What's magical about Love Oliver is that they do everything. So they do the practical things. They feed us, they give us thermometers, they have emergency grants. They provide the social space so you can get together, so the kids can get together. But they also fund research, and that is something that I don't know that other places do. Childhood cancer needs research, it needs that sort of interest, it doesn't get enough. And so the fact that they fund PhD places and they help fund that research, you know, it's amazing that we got through treatment, but it would have been even more amazing if treatment was gentler and kinder and more aimed at children and not a kind of just a version of what they do to adults. So I think that's what makes Love Oliver different and special.
I got to be an elf at the Love Oliver Santa's Grotto, which was a super fun experience that I did not think that I would be doing, but I'm very glad I did. I also had my bell ringing at Love Oliver when I finished treatment, and that was such a nice moment to have all these people who had supported me through my cancer experience and get to have them all together. And I don't think I would have been able to have a bell ringing party if it weren't for Love Oliver and the Hub.
I don't want to think about what it would have been like without Love Oliver. I mean, from the practical things, like I wouldn't have eaten, I wouldn't have been able to work as well. They gave us some emergency grants and start when I had to reduce my hours at work. They had solutions to everything, and that's just for me. When I look at what they've done for Rosa, who's really the more important one here, she made friends, she's got a community, she looks forward to coming here, she looks forward to catching up with people, she just wants to give back to them in any way she can. So it's been amazing for our family.